enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
It sure is. How to take your salad to the next level, to build a salad for a meal.
Oh, the big salad meal. That's my favorite. This is basically an episode all about Rob's lunch. We just didn't think that title would be as appealing to the masses. So that's really,
not what I was thinking, but you're right. You do have this a lot.
Yeah, it's really what it's all about.
The salad bar.
I know how to eat.
Well, it's kind of the perfect plate ratio if you think about it. What's the plate ratio? Do you remember?
Well, it's mostly half vegetables, quarter protein, and a quarter, I don't know, what do they call it these days? Starch?
Yeah.
Carbs?
I
don't know. Well,
it.
It's all carbs, I guess, but starchy stuff.
Yeah, and I really like the way of saying, make sure that you dress your carbs. Don't eat your carbs naked, meaning don't eat a piece of toast with no protein.
Oh, I thought you meant with like no clothes on.
No, just like always dress your carbs. Like have a partner, have a pair up with the carb. So meaning for your snack, for your meals, don't ever eat just carbs on their own because they make your blood sugar go up. And it's better to have some protein and fiber and fat in there to help the blood sugar rise.
Gotcha. So meaning like don't eat your carbs, like don't just have a piece of bread. Is that kind of what that means?
Right. Or crackers or
an Eggo waffle or.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Pancakes.
There's so many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Dress your carbs.
Yeah.
But okay. We're getting off track here.
Yes, we are.
Let's get back on track. Salad to the next level.
So, we'll start with some sort of greens. Well,
There's 9 steps here.
Oh, there's a formula. All right.
There's a formula. Yes.
I'll let you talk. And
okay.
We'll see.
What's number 1?
Well, I just said number 1. You start with your greens.
Yeah. Leafy greens. Sorry. Yes.
I'm ahead of you.
Absolutely. You are. No, this is good. What's in the leafy greens is so important. And I mean, that's a salad. Like a lot of people think salad, greens.
Oh, there's tons of things. But fiber, is that kind of where you're going with that?
Yeah. Fiber. And remember for your eyes?
Lutein. Oh, lutein, right.
Yeah. They're just loaded with such good bang for your buck in like different salads, leafy greens. And the darker, the better when we're talking about leafy greens. So
I like my spinach, as everybody knows, and also arugula.
Yeah.
Because it's spicy. I like it's kind of fluffy too. It's like way different than spinach. It's kind of like thin and fluffy and kind of frail and lacy, but with a real spicy bang to it, which I like.
And it has another term, rocket lettuce.
Yeah.
That's a different term. Or mixed greens is another option.
Mm-hmm.
So,
for sure.
all of the different mixed greens.
Well, most stores will have that option in the sort of the lettuce section, right? They have the pre-made boxes or whatever of different greens and spinaches and the arugula and spring lettuce and all those different things that...
Baby kale.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly.
So they're all good.
So on most of the different evidence-based diets like the Mediterranean, the Mind diet, the Eye Health diet, we did episodes back at the original, like way back, about all of those different ways of eating, and they all incorporate leafy greens at least 6 times a week. So if you can try to get your greens in most days, that is going to be super beneficial for your health.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good.
For all of your systems to help with reducing your risk of cardiovascular disease. And they're loaded with antioxidants and with the phytochemicals, and also a really good source of folate, that B9.
B9, yeah.
Remember we did the episode on all the Bs are so complex.
Mm-hmm.
And vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting. We did an episode with Katie Dodd on...
way a long time ago.
Yeah, on vitamin K.
Warfarin diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's number 2?
Number 2 is add a protein.
Yep. My go-to, well, we often have cottage cheese, which I love. So that's one of them. Hard boiled egg. I like can of fish sometimes.
Yes.
I'm feeling in a fishy mood.
Yeah. Chickpeas.
Oh,
beans.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Remember, you open the
enough.
can of beans and you drain and rinse for a while, and then you just put them into the salad.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good, because that is one thing. A lot of people have hard time getting beans in during the week. So just add them to your salad.
Yeah. Do you think, I wonder how many beans you'd have to add, like, to get a serving of protein? Because I just think of them as like croutons. Like, they're like little things that go on the salad, but I wouldn't think there's enough to have a full serving of protein if you had like I don't know, like a quarter of a cup of chickpeas or something. Is that?
Yeah. And I think of it as like when we did the Buddha bowl and the poke bowl, the grain bowls, you always add a bean in there, and same thing. So yeah, it gives you crunch. It's so good. And then it gives you another protein, a plant-based protein.
Exactly.
Lentils, black beans. And then also, like you said, canned fish like salmon, or if you have baked salmon or poached salmon or any kind of fish that you have had maybe the day before, the night before, that would work for in your salad to add a protein.
Mm-hmm.
And same with the chicken or turkey or beef.
Yeah.
You know, you think of the Mexican salad.
Oh, it's always good. Like cut up and cubed or sliced or whatever the next day, cold in your salad. So good.
So good. Yeah, absolutely. So lots of options there to get some protein in your salad, plant-based protein or some iron-rich animal-based protein.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And then number 3 is the rainbow of vegetables.
Oh, yes.
Colors of the rainbow.
What are your colors? And the trick with this, I find, is to have things on hand. Have the little tomatoes, have some peppers in your fridge that are maybe cut up or maybe not. They're pretty quick to cut up.
Those are the first 2. Were you looking at my list?
No, I know. You were looking at my salad.
Right, okay.
So you know, yeah, we're on the same page.
That's right.
Cabbage, I guess, would be another one. You could grate some cabbage.
Yeah,
some
purple cabbage.
Some pickled beets. I like those too.
Oh, yeah, that's not on here, but that's great. Yes.
And the pickling, like the pickled beet versus a raw beet. The pickled adds a bit of just extra flavor, from the pickling, which is kind of nice.
That's a great idea. Absolutely. And then carrots would be good too, to get some beta carotene in there.
Mm-hmm.
Get some of that vitamin A.
With carrots too, you can grate them. They're a little less, I find carrots are really hard. Like they're really, I mean, I know chewing is good, but it's sometimes they're just too hard. And so if you have an issue with that, you can grate them. You're still getting the carrot in there, but it's just a little less aggressive, like big hard thing in your salad.
Yeah, for sure. Or that's a good way to do it. Grate them, or if you've roasted vegetables the day before or that meal, then you could have roasted carrots or roasted sweet potato or squash or even sauteed beans, and you can put that, like green beans, into your salad. So that's almost like, remember we did the poke bowl and the grain bowl, and there's different types of vegetables. So you've got the raw and the fresh, and then you also have the roasted, which are more sweet. They taste sweeter.
It's another reason to just make extra when you're cooking dinner. We often have lunch the next day from stuff we made the night before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And it just makes it so much easier. And I get excited because I forget that we have that in the fridge. And it was so good the night before, and we opened the fridge. Oh, what are we going to eat for lunch? And I'm like, oh, right. We got this awesome whatever we had. And it's exciting.
Chili last night. That was delicious.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And then also mushrooms. So that's another, or cauliflower. I know it's not a rainbow, but still they have beneficial phytochemicals and nutrients in these. Remember, we want cruciferous vegetables. So that's where broccoli and cauliflower come in.
Yeah.
So those are really excellent too to add to your salads.
They're so good when they're raw too. Like I never really liked that stuff when I grew up as a kid. Even as an adult, I don't know. I think I've had you've awoken my senses as far as healthy food. And eating raw broccoli is so good. I don't know if I'm there with cauliflower yet, but Doesn't have as much flavor, I find.
It's great roasted.
It
It's
is.
so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Those are awesome. All right. And then avocado. That's actually, it should be on its own, but I actually added it to the vegetable. But it could actually be all on its own because it is so great, because it's the healthy fat, it's so creamy, and some people don't like the texture or the taste, but if you do and you get the ones that are just ripe enough, it's a great way to give you some staying power till the next meal, because it does sit with you, and that phytofat is really good with it, slows the digestion, and it actually really helps to improve the absorption of all of those fat soluble vitamins like vitamin K.
Oh, from all the vegetables and all the other things that you're eating.
What are the fat soluble vitamins?
A, D, E, and K.
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you. I tested you a long time ago and you still remembered. That's great.
Yeah, I got it tattooed on the back of my hand. So
that's stored in your long-term memory now.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So it also helps with lutein. That's a fat soluble phytochemical that is really important for eye health. And it does have those really healthy fats. So a great addition to a salad is avocado.
Oh, yeah. I love avocados, the texture, everything about them. They're so good.
Yeah. All right. The next one, number 4, is...
Only on number 4?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were way past that. Okay. It's all right.
The texture, the crunch.
Oh,
the
nuts.
Phytofat. Yes.
Nuts and seeds.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you put on your salad?
Oh, whatever we got. But usually there's some cashews, walnuts sometimes, almonds. Almonds are good. They're really crunchy.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Sometimes people get them slivered or
Oh, like slivered. Slice. I
no,
guess.
they are.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, slivered. Because they're not just sliced. They're like small slices. They're slivers.
They're slivers. Okay.
Not quite as small as a sliver.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I prefer the big solid crunch. Peanuts as well. They're good too.
Good thing your teeth are good.
Oh, that's why they're good.
Yeah, right.
Oh, because I use them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good jaw muscles.
Exactly.
That's good. And sesame seeds for sure, because we do need to get more sesame seeds in. They're powerhouse of nutrition, and they speak to our genes. Remember we talked to Amanda Archibald on the Genomic Kitchen a few episodes back, and that was so interesting. And her 2 big power foods were the sesame seeds and the chickpeas, which you make hummus with, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you can have sesame seeds and just sprinkle them on your salad or on different stews or...
Yeah, just incorporate them. Yeah. And there's also, pumpkin seeds?
Yes.
Hemp seeds, like hemp hearts?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a bit of... Well, all seeds are protein too, right?
They have a little bit of protein. They have those really healthy fats. When people say, oh, I don't eat nuts and seeds, they're too high in calories, and I hear that a lot, please, if you can tolerate nuts and seeds, please buy them. Have them in your pantry and use them daily, because they're so important for healthy fats. And we did a whole episode on fats, and we want the balance to change from, all of the saturated and trans fats to more of the mono and polyunsaturated fats, which are the healthier fats. And we get those from our plant foods like nuts and seeds and like walnuts and avocado. So those are really important. And then fish. Yeah.
And they're so easy to eat too. And they're portable. There's just so many benefits. So
yeah. And it's better to get your taste buds used to the unsalted and just the natural taste of the nuts and seeds. So that's the other thing. And when you're putting them on a salad, you probably want just a basic flavor too.
They're actually cheaper that way too, I've noticed. So there's another perk.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and the next one is one that you don't usually have, but if you have a spinach salad with strawberries or oranges.
Yeah, fruit.
You got it. That's right.
There's some there's some connection, something happens when you eat them together, right?
Right. So yeah, fruit are typically high in vitamin C, and especially if you have anemia or if you have low iron, then it's important to have a vitamin C rich food with your meal because that helps your gut absorb the iron in food.
Right.
So if you do put fruit in your spinach salad, for instance, that will help your body absorb that iron a bit more
there you go.
readily.
So you can do what, mandarins, berries, I guess.
Yeah, strawberries.
Should all sorts.
Yeah. And not all salads work with
No, but
the flavor of a fruit, but
sure. Grapes, I guess, would be another one.
yeah, with apple or pear.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's lots of different options there. I mean, to build a salad as a meal, you don't have to have a fruit, but if you do have anemia or low iron, that would be a good way to get a little bit more of the iron out of the meal.
True.
A lot of the vegetables do have vitamin C too, so like the broccoli and
The peppers.
yes.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Tomatoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're getting some there too.
Yeah, totally. That's good. Okay, number 6 is cheese.
I was going to say, salad is
Yes.
not complete without cheese.
I know. If you can tolerate cheese, especially, like we've been eating blue cheese lately.
Oh, that's my favorite.
It's so good. Not the dressing, but just actual blue cheese because it's so good for a probiotic because it's a fermented food and it just the taste. Some people hate blue cheese and I know that. I've met lots of people that just cannot stand blue cheese. It's too pungent
Well, you
of a
can't
flavor.
eat it. Like if you had a slice of blue cheese the way you have a slice of cheddar, that's like, it's like espresso. Like it's an accent. It's not like the main course, it's meant to be like feta or just like a little bit on top as an accent.
Yeah. Well, and that's good too. Feta.
Yeah. Love
so
feta.
good. Yeah. And then you already mentioned cottage cheese. So that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
And like cheddar and Parmesan.
Yeah,
Those are all
just
different.
a piece of cheese is fine too. Just a little variety in your bowl.
Oh, so good.
It is good, yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 7 is dressing.
I'm an olive oil guy now. I used to be like the fat, creamy, blue cheese or ranch or whatever, but
Commercial.
yeah.
Yeah.
And those taste good, but then you don't taste your salad.
Yeah. No,
know?
exactly. It's kind of nice to just have either balsamic and olive oil or olive oil and lemon and lime and maybe some rice vinegar or some apple cider vinegar or a flavored vinegar. We have so many different vinegars.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah. And those store-bought dressings aren't typically good for you. We did a thing on salad dressing a while ago here, Nutrition Nuggets, right?
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
YouTube went crazy. A lot of people were interested in that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, it's so easy to make dressing.
And olive oil is delicious.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I'd never used it on a salad just by itself before, but it's really tasty.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, you're right. I
And it's
agree.
just easy, and I feel like I'm being healthy, and so that's good. Like, what's the point of having a big healthy salad if you're going to drown it in a bunch of fat,
True.
like
yeah.
saturated fat?
Yeah, and just processed, I mean, if that's the only way you're going to eat a salad, go for it. Like I'm all about trying to help people where they're at. And if that's how they can eat a salad, then that's great. Keep doing that. That's fine. You could use tzatziki, like make your own. If you like creamy, you could use a plain yogurt and
True.
dill and garlic and make your own tzatziki dressing, or even a tahini dressing. So that's got it's the same as what's in hummus, right? So it's sesame seed tahini.
Really? Like it'd be a liquid, like a sesame oil or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't have the recipe in front of me, but
Okay. Because
Yeah.
tahini is like thick peanut butter kind of. I couldn't imagine putting that on a salad.
no, but there's lots of tahini dressings.
Is there?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it must be an oiled version.
Yeah, exactly. It's got oil and then garlic and yeah, you just shake it and
Oh, that sounds good. We haven't eaten yet, so this is making me just start to drool here.
I'm hoping we're having a salad
Yeah.
as part of the meal. All right. And then number 8 is, this is so important. And I've been doing this for years. Ever since we met, I always had a herb garden.
You did.
Herbs. Yeah, fresh herbs are so good. There's such bang for your buck for nutrition. So it's a green leafy vegetable, but it's so much flavor.
Exactly. Yeah, they're tasty. It's such a pop of flavor from such a small little leaf.
Yeah. And like parsley, our son used to eat parsley like just anytime there was
Handfuls.
yeah, it's so good. But it's so loaded with vitamin C, vitamin A, with folate, just so much nutrition
Oh, yeah.
in those little leafy greens. And it's so tasty. Parsley is so good, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really fresh.
Yeah, fresh parsley. It's also got iron and calcium, really high in calcium, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and potassium and magnesium. So we'll do a whole episode on herbs.
Well, I thought you were going to say on parsley.
Well, we could. You know, it's really, it's a wonder herb, really. And it is, it's kind of nice that it's perennial.
Yeah, it'll grow year round.
Yeah.
If you live in the right climate.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one is basil. So delicious too.
Maybe you can grow this stuff in your windowsill, like on the inside of your house.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, it could be perennial. Any of these could, I suppose.
Well, basil's not. It's an annual, and then cilantro. Cilantro is really delicious too,
Oh,
eh?
so good. It
Yeah.
doesn't last long. Like it wilts pretty quick, but
Yeah.
it's so tasty.
It's a more tender. It's same with basil. I find like it's a bit trickier to grow basil and cilantro, but parsley and
Sage
mint.
and rosemary and thyme.
Oh yeah, those are all good.
Classics.
Yeah, and they're so delicious. So those are the herbs, and then the last thing is
I have no idea. I might have.
think of the plate ratio.
You need like some rice or a piece of bread or something.
Or you could, yeah,
Some
you don't
croutons.
have to, but quinoa or brown rice would be a good whole grain addition. If it's going to be your main meal, then it would be good to have a little bit of that.
And that's left over from your dinner before.
That would be perfect because it's
Right.
actually those starches are
Yeah, they're better the next day.
exactly
Right.
better the next day.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's perfect for people going to work or going to school and they want to pack a lunch. You can just layer this into a mason jar and then bring a plate and then just shake it all and toss it. And then you have a awesome next level salad.
Yeah, I'd need a really big mason jar. Like I saw one in our cupboard that looked like a small bucket. I wonder what that's for. Like originally, that thing's huge.
That was where we got, the pickled eggs. That would be a good protein if we had pickled eggs and then you slice those up and put them on a salad.
Yeah, I
But
love those.
We got those at the farm stand up the street.
Yeah.
The jars they had were next level
Like
mason
it
jars.
had to be up to my elbow. Like it's so deep. The thing's huge.
It barely fit in the cupboard.
It's probably like 4 liters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like those. So there's
Anyway, that's my size salad. That's what my jar would be.
yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Well, hopefully this has given people some new ideas and you can eat like Rob.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we'll call it. Eat like Rob. Awesome. If you want some more ideas, we've got lots of different things on our website, on the blog. There's so many different new articles popping up on all sorts of different things. So check that out. You can also sign up for our newsletter while you're there. And that's a weekly newsletter, email newsletter we're doing for our subscribers. And it will have different things, updates on what we're doing, things that are coming up, that sort of thing. So make sure you sign up for that on the website. You can also find us on social media. We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can leave us a comment there too. That's a fun place to interact with us. If you want to reach out, give us some ideas for the show. Tell us what you think, if we're on the right track, if there's things you'd like to hear, that sort of thing. We'd love hearing your feedback. So that's a good place to do that. You can also email us too if you want to go direct. Our email is mywifetherd@gmail.com. And our website address is mywifethedietitian.com.
Yeah, and also if you could rate and review, give us a 5-star rating, that helps a lot. And we love to hear comments and any positive review you might have, plus telling a friend or a colleague or a family member. You just tell one other person, and that helps other people find it.
Yeah, you could even tell the guy down the street. Doesn't have to be a family member. It could be the guy down the street or your hairdresser or, the person beside you in traffic. That'd be fun. Just unroll your window and say, "Hey, have you heard this podcast yet? These guys are so fun. You got to check it out."
You're funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be your sister. It can be whoever. So go wild, spread the word, spread the love, spread the health and nutrition that we're giving everyone. All right, that is it for this week. We're out of words. We're going to go eat. So we will see you next week with a brand new episode on Monday. So have a great week, everyone.
Salad.
Salad. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.